What is up, guys? Welcome back to Wrenching Wrecked. Today's video, we are kind of all over the place. So, got the truck roughly set up. She's doing tons of work. If you follow the shorts, I posted that the other day, but we have 3,200 pounds of media. We're using crushed glass for this one, 4080 crushed glass. Blast pot's loaded up. All of my hoses are kind of loaded up, and that board, it's thin enough to be able to easily move by myself, and it works on the ramp to get this thing up and down. All of my air supply hoses, respirator stuff, tools and things are in the box, along with a bunch of fittings, other nozzles, and all that other stuff as well. Compressor's sitting here, truck is loaded, trailer's on. We are ready for the first round of moving. So, got about a 15-minute drive, maybe 20 right now with a little bit of traffic. This is gonna go to the job site, and I'll show you guys the trailer that we're gonna be blasting for the next extended amount of time. Lots and lots and lots of work to be done. I have not touched base with them yet either, because it's kind of I'm the middleman here. Somebody's doing the trailer to get it welded and repaired so it can go back into service. And before they can actually do any of the metal fab and welding, it's got to get blasted because it's pretty rough. So start moving this stuff over there now, and then ideally drop the little trailer off. I think they do have a forklift over there, so if possible, I'm going to see if they can unload this skid of sand and get it close to the trailer for me so I can try and figure out where I'm going to set up the compressor and all of my other stuff next time. Like, if I unload this, get this dropped, worst case, I can actually just drop off all my stuff and then bring this back to reload it up. Or if there's enough room, I can leave it over there, and then I'll have 2 trips coming back, just like I'm gonna have 2 trips going out. Then ideally, if the sand's out of there, we'll hitch the diesel compressor back up and then top this off with diesel, head over there, and then ideally maybe even start blasting. The only thing I'm not bringing right now is an electric compressor, because I don't know how much access I have to electric power. Worst case, I can run the fittings from this compressor. I have the hose for it. I just need to tap into this and run this to the filter, which over here, I just need to reduce that and get a 1-inch claw on there, which I have the fittings in the bin. So it's kind of see how it goes. As far as I'm aware, it was all supposed to be loaded and up on concrete blocks, ready to blast airborne with the wheels off. I have not gone over there yet, so I'll bring you guys along for that and we'll take a look. And then tomorrow, swap meet, or I say that, today's Friday. Get this set up, so I'll be blasting all day tomorrow. This is locked and loaded for wall necks on Sunday. So then we got the ironhead chopper in there and then all the other stuff. But essentially, drop the compressor off at the job site, leave that trailer at the job site if that is okay with them. Come here Sunday morning, grab that trailer, vend the wall neck swap. Dottie will be out there slinging shirts. And then come back, drop the trailer off, go back to the job site, continue blasting trailer, and see how that gets us into Monday. And in a perfect world, this will all be done by Monday afternoon or Monday night. But time will tell, so let's get in the car and start driving. Burning daylight. The leaves are changing already. Not ready for that. Of course, it's nice and warm today. But tomorrow, I think the weather's supposed to be like 62 degrees, which I'm actually really excited about, because even if it's a little chilly, blasting with a hoodie on, it's a little bit nicer. It's hot days like this that I hate having to bundle up and try and protect yourself while you're blasting. It's dumb, I know. I know better, but as I said, the big commercial stuff is kind of new, using all the new equipment. I know there's more pressure, I know there's more risk involved with this current configuration, but I have been blasting for 15 years come February, so I'm familiar with the blast equipment. I'm just doing it on a bigger scale. So take the nice scenic road. I'm going the far way. There's a shorter route over there too, but if I go that way, I got to do a U-turn, and I really don't feel like U-turning on a high-speed road with truck, trailer, and 3,200 pounds of sand. One day ahead of schedule, so the trailer's actually being used right now. But it should be set up tomorrow, so goal right now, unload all this stuff off the little trailer while it's still hooked up to the truck, because this likes to tip. Stash my stuff right here along the tree line. And they're gonna give me a hand. They do have a forklift, and they'll pull the skid and drop that for me. So, cue time lapse. Equipment is dropped off. We're pretty much ready to go, except the big hoses. We'll do that tomorrow. Forklift dropped the skid, so that's where that's gonna live. So we'll try and keep the blast pot close to that. And then I got 50 feet of hose each way, and then probably another 10 feet that I can move it if we need to. And this thing will be in full operation. So time to go back and grab the trailer, or the compressor rather. I was hoping that was gonna be here, up on the blocks and ready to go. I saw the concrete blocks, those are all there. And I managed to drop off and unload the trailer. So I'm gonna go back and then grab the diesel compressor, get that all topped off with diesel for the first go. And then I'll leave that at the barn tonight, hitch that up first thing tomorrow morning and make my way over here. Hopefully we can get rolling on this thing around 7:30, 8 o'clock. I know they still gotta pull the wheels off, but it looks kind of like that one right there. That's gonna be fun. So hopefully we can update you more tomorrow. And I was worried about the airline for the supply mask because I don't like, well, I can run the diesel compressor through the filter into the helmet, but I'm weary of the CO2 stuff, so we'll kind of wait on that. And then they have shop air already set up with an outlet there, so I got probably 100 feet of air hose, and that saves me, one, the expense of going to buy a little portable that plugs in, and two, they're already going to be up here working and that compressor's running. So fingers crossed, we are ready to go bright and early tomorrow morning. Well, it's the next morning. What time we got? 7:30. I was hoping to get over there and start right at 7, but the sun wasn't even up yet. So real dark until about 20 minutes ago, and then made some coffee. Figured I'd take a little bit more time, and it's chilly. So I'm actually looking forward to blasting in a hoodie today, at least for the start of the day. And they changed the forecast, so there's a chance of rain later on tonight, which is extremely unfortunate because blasted metal and rain don't mix. It's only supposed to be drizzles for like an hour, so it should be all right. And then anything that gets blasted and surface rusts, when I come back, I can just knock it down real quick. So over there. I just wanted to swap the battery out and let this run a little bit so it's nice and warm, and then typically it's that initial cold start, but once it warms up, she's pretty much good for the day. So I figure I'll do that here bright and early, then go fill it up. A little bit later, they tried wrestling the gooseneck off the trailer without the truck hooked up, so that's gonna wait. I'm not gonna get that far today anyway. I'm gonna start on the rear and the bottom section that needs a bunch of the welding work first, and we'll go from there. So another 20 minutes or so. It's now later than I would have liked, but 9:45. Hopefully we'll get rolling by 10. This is what I'll be doing the next couple days. See how far a pallet of sand goes. I'm tired now. It's about 5:30. Here's what we got done. It doesn't look like much, but all of this underside, all the way through. All the miserable laying on the groundwork started with that. I still got to get into the center, but that'll be it tomorrow. Or this came off real quick, so that'll be fine on the outside. Then everything on this for the support beams, these are all I-beams, so channeled all the way around. There's still some touch-up I got to get in here and do. I got to touch base with Jesse, figure out what we're doing, because if we're cutting out all these rusty sections, then I don't want to waste the time on blasting it. So still some cleanup in there, but that'll be kind of final before we're done. And that's pretty much it. Compressor's working good. I hooked the mask up to it too. No issues there. So all of this, definitely underestimated on this one. Went through about half a pallet of sand already. But lots of Swiss cheese. Grab that spot too. On the edge of this, when I started on the, this stuff comes off pretty easy. It's just the diamond plate that kind of sucks. So tomorrow I want to finish the I-beams on the left side because I haven't touched that one yet. That's all the driver's side there. And then the big flat sections go really quick. But this stuff should be pretty easy too. But that's it for now. We'll see how far we get tomorrow. Oh, we made it back from the shop, or job site, rather. Truck is completely covered in sand. Compressor filters need to be cleaned out, and I don't remember if I brought an air filter or air line back to do that. So a couple things I need to tweak a little bit. I gotta make that little whip end, that 1.25" ID hose with like 2-inch diameter. It's killing me trying to wrestle that thing around. So I am so sore in so many places. Every single muscle in my body hurts right now. But that was a full, pretty much a full 8-hour day up there, 10 to 6:30, 10:30 to 6:30-ish. I got there earlier than that, but I didn't start till just after 10. But compressors unloaded, unfortunately. We filled this up this morning, so we're just over a 1/4 tank from an 8-hour day. I feel like that's not too terrible, but I did not get as far as I wanted to. The inner I-beam section, honestly the bottom, doing those undersides on the ground like that took way longer than I anticipated. All crazy, heavy rust. So I'm blasting kind of around all the Swiss cheese marks and all of that and trying to figure out where it ends so Jesse knows what he needs to fix. And then I'm really just kind of hoping that he'll be able to, I got one whole side done and there's a ton of metal that needs to be replaced on there. So he's definitely got enough to keep himself busy. I'm gonna try and get the other I-beam stuff done tomorrow, but tomorrow is Walnut Swap Meet too. So we got the trailer mostly loaded. The only things that I really wanted to put these ironhead motors in there. I'm ready to get rid of them. I don't need either of them. I got the fresh motor for the chopper cases at the house and this Strosic motor with all the bits. It's supposed to be a nice day. I was gonna try and bring this set up, but I don't know if I have the energy to try and lift those into the trailer by myself. I'm up here solo today, so I don't know if that's gonna happen. I might set up this new helmet too and get that kind of queued up because I don't have a back strap. Typically that hose that goes to the air supply for the helmet has a belt strap and I don't have the right fitting. Unless I just have the right fitting here, then I can just bring that over tomorrow. That one. Oops, see what else is in here. That's the fitting I need. I could just steal that, I guess. Maybe I'll steal that instead of opening up that helmet. I'll just steal that little bit, and then I have the hose and the strap and the belt and all of that over there, so hopefully that should work. Just up here now, I'm gonna get the trailer loaded up now. Everything's in there, but I gotta tie everything down, strap everything down, make sure we got a cooler, which we don't have in there, some sodas, and yeah, all of that. So if you are coming out to the Wall Neck Swaps, feel free to swing by the booth. I can say booth, but feel free. I'll be out there vending with whatever's in the trailer. It's supposed to be a little chilly, a little windy, but dry and sunny, which for October, I cannot complain. I feel like that's a pretty good forecast. So I touch base with this guy on the shovelhead. He knows he needs to order parts, so he's gonna be coming by, and I kinda gotta give him a list of stuff and figure out what we're gonna do on that. But this one will just kind of be where it's at until parts show up, and then we can start jamming on getting it back together again. So yeah, there's that. Maybe I'll be able to find a belt drive set up at the swap, but as of right now, we're pretty much looking at new pulley, new clutch basket, new belt. The rear's not as bad, but if we're gonna get new parts and bits, we might as well do that. I don't know. We'll see. Unfortunately, belt drive stuff's not really the cheapest thing in the world, but definitely needs to be replaced, and he doesn't want to deal with any issues, so we'll address that. We still got to chase down that main seal, or pull the sprocket, get to the main seal on the transmission, as well as replace the ones on the end of the clutch bolt. So I know that this one was leaking. I could see it dripping even before I pulled that push rod out, and then this will come out. Different video. So let me finish loading up the trailer and then head off to Wall Necks. I don't know if this is going to be the end of this video or if I'm going to do some more time lapse on the trailer blasting, but we'll see. Apologize for the lack of videos in the last little bit, but we're in the truck. I got the compressor going. This compressor does not have glow plugs. It does not have a block heater. It does not have anything else. It is currently 47 degrees. Which I didn't think it was going to be that bad, but she is cold-blooded and will not fire up. So I ended up having to use the old crappy battery with jumper cables to a brand new 800 and some cranking amp battery and a jump pack with a heater on the intake, electric heat gun on the intake. And then it fired up, lit off after 2 quick bursts. So the first one drains the battery power to turn the motor over and try and compress fuel, as far as my understanding. The second one, after the fuel was compressed, lit off right away, but it did take a heat gun to do it. The sun is going down. You can see it on this side. I do not have that much time. I got a 10-minute drive from my buddy's shop. Dottie's car just got fixed about 10 minutes ago for the trailing arms. So they finished that one up. And now we are leaving at 3 o'clock tomorrow to head south to Memphis. So it's just timing more than anything else. Timing always gets me every time. The amount of stress in my life because of last minute situations and literally waiting to the last minute of getting her car fixed. I thought I was done for blasting, ready to go. I had a million things I wanted to do today, but this stupid compressor has taken me an hour and almost 2 hours to get fired up. 2 hours and a brand new battery to get this fired up, to try and finish up a job that I was hoping to start last week. It didn't work out that way, given the timeline of circumstances for all parties involved. So now we're jamming over. I'm gonna fire the diesel compressor back up. Hopefully it starts. It's kind of like a crappy old shovelhead that is stubborn and not dialed in. Takes forever to get started, but once it's going, it's good for the day. Fingers crossed, this compressor ends up being about the same. So we'll get over there, I'll blast. I probably only have about 10 minutes of blasting, but that 10 minutes allows Jesse to start welding up and patching in pieces that were underneath all of the Swiss cheese parts that I cut out. So let's get over there. We'll do a quick little last bit of blasting in the 30 minutes of daylight I have left. Then I get to go back to the shop, mount up a motorcycle wheel, put some bearings in for a sport bike wheel. So we coated the wheel, but I didn't have a chance to do the bearings and tire yet. And then I gotta just chase some threads on a caliper, and we are good to go, hopefully ready to leave tomorrow right after work. We'll see. This is turning into quite the adventure. But that's why I haven't been making videos. Been too busy working. So, see how this goes. It's now 7:30. My goal was to get this thing fired up and blasted. And that was a gigantic pain in the ass. So I don't know if there's any diesel gurus, but here is the motor. I don't have the prop here. These are my glow plugs. Hopefully that shows up at all. Not glow plugs, I mean injectors. I do not have any sort of fittings on here for electronics or glow plugs as far as I'm aware. I'm new to diesels. I will be the first one to admit that. This is the first diesel I've ever even attempted to work on. Water pump, pretty mechanical. That was easy. Overheating problem is solved from that. Summer, I had no issues with this thing firing right up when it was 75, 80 degrees. I mean, now it's not even that cold, but it's 45, 50. It'll fire up right now, but today was 48 degrees, 46-ish, 46 to 50, something like that. Cold, but not that cold. And it was killing batteries left and right. It's kicking over, still coughing a little bit of white smoke like it's trying to start, and then a couple chugs of black smoke, but it didn't have enough to light off. So I put a brand new battery in, 850 some cranking amps, piggybacked it to the other battery that I have here, which I'm gonna throw in the charger right now before I forget, and a jump pack with a heat gun plugged in at my buddy's shop onto the intake tube. Doing all of those things, I could crank it over and it was black smoke, black smoke, black smoke, chug, 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 and then finally it lit off. Now, it's kind of like a crappy untuned old bike that doesn't want to start ever for the first go. And once you get it going, it's fine all day. But that's the issue I'm running into. So I did move it into the barn. I don't know how much warmer this is. I haven't been up here late night long enough to know, but I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit warmer than it is outside. We don't have the gas turned on yet. That's coming next week, but it'll maintain a consistent 55, 60 in here. At least that's the plan for now until I get that first gas bill. But that's kind of what I'm looking at. So 7:30, I got the rest of the stuff blasted by flashlight standing underneath the trailer. They also raised it up on a second set of blocks, which would have been way easier for me, but I didn't have that luxury. So compressor's back, it'll live in here. Hopefully that'll help aid in the restart process. And I know it's supposed to warm back up to 70s by the end of the week, but I'm leaving for New Orleans tomorrow. So that's as far as they're gonna get on that. I got most of it done and ready to go. Then we'll come back and we'll do a finish blast before the thing gets actually painted. And just the never-ending nightmare of taking on too much stuff. I wish I was going home, but I'm not. I gotta go back to the powder shop, mount a tire on a wheel, balance that one, throw some bearings in, and then freshen up some threads and some calipers and get those sent out the door. So that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll keep you guys updated on the trailer as we kind of progress on that. But as of right now, I need to go to bed. We'll catch you on the next one.